Hey plant fam! Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jacqueline. This is part of my jungle, and today I am going to be unboxing a package that I got from a company called The Next Gardener. So they sell a wide variety of things, different pots, decorations for, you know, your top dressing on your soil, and lots of different adorable little succulents. So they reached out to me and they were like, hey, do you want to test out some of our products and share it with your followers? And I was like, well, yeah, sure. Why not? I have some stuff of my own, some cacti and succulents that need to be repotted, so I can definitely use some pots and some soil. So basically, they just sent me a bunch of stuff and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it. So I also have a, hi Chris, your pants. This is my cat. For anybody who's never met my cat before. He's probably really hungry actually. I didn't realize it's lunchtime. You hungry, baby? We'll feed you in a minute. I love him. Okay, so don't eat the plants though. I'll feed you, I swear. I have a succulent of my own. My favorite, actually, is my Pearl Vaughn Echeveria that I've shown you guys before, and she's doing a thing. I don't really know what she's doing. She's doing a thing. So basically, I need to cut her and start her all over. So I thought this would be a good opportunity for you guys to see how I do that, since I don't really talk about succulents that much on my channel, but fun fact, I actually got into houseplants because of succulents. So I never thought that I would love foliage plants as much as I do. I still have a deep love for succulents and cacti. I just don't have as much room for them as I would like. So I don't have as many as I did before, but I do like to collect really, really weird and beautiful ones when I can, the ones that stand out to me. So I'm excited to be able to share some more of that on this channel with you guys. Definitely let me know, give this video a thumbs up, and comment down below if you like succulents and you're excited for me to start talking a little bit more about them. I'm over here trying to get the cat hair off of me, and he's over there cleaning himself because I touched him. Normal stuff. So anyway, they sent me some succulents and I had to unbox those so that they didn't die. So I'm going to show you those first, and they are these absolutely adorable. Let me get closer. Little, I think they're called Calico Hearts. They're super thick and chunky. They have these really cute little like heart-shaped leaves with this really, really pretty variegation on it. Like, look at that one, that heart shape. So they sent me these. They've actually been growing. I don't know if these are blooms. Since they sent them to me, they didn't have these. So, oop, we lost a leaf. I'll actually show you how to propagate this as well. So I have my little box here, and we are going to repot those. But first, I wanted to check out what else they sent me. They sent me this big box full of stuff, and I had opened it just to make sure there was no plants inside, but I haven't really like full on looked at what's in there. So I'm excited to see what they sent me. Boo. So, oh, these are cute. So they sent me a set of 2 pots. This one's gray and white like that, and then this one is reversed. So they actually look really cute together, and they actually go really nicely with my decor. They have some drainage holes, so that's a plus. Do they have saucers? I don't see any saucers, so that's a little bit of a bummer. I might be able to maybe find something to plug it up with. I mean, your succulents and cacti don't need to be watered that often, so I tend to just give them like a little sippy sip every once in a while. So it's okay, honestly, in my opinion, to even put them in something that doesn't have a drainage hole if you know what you're doing, if you're not over watering it. But by all means, if you're a beginner, please make sure that there's a drainage hole until you kind of get used to the amount of water that needs to go in there, if that makes sense. So these are super cute. It might look cute in the one with the white. I'm gonna pot them up together in one pot. And then the other one, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that because I have to leave that one in that smaller container or else it won't fit in the spot that I want to put it in. But we will find something to put in here eventually. I have a bunch of things that need to be repotted, so never hurts to have extra pots, right? And these look really cute together. And then in this box here, it looks like we just have a bunch of different soil. So this is the Bonsai Decor and Additive Rocks. They sent it to me in the color Black Galaxy. This is what the packaging looks like. And then this is a bag of Professional Grower Organic Soil Mix. And then this is the Natural Organic Potting Mix for Indoor Container Plants. Okay, so this one says it's great for cacti and succulents. And this one says it's great for just like foliage plants. But honestly, it's probably very similar. So I'm not going to be able to tell until I can open it up and get my hands on it, like what is different about the two. It doesn't list what's actually in here on the packaging. It says it's 2 quarts. This one is a substrate with low fertilizer content with perlite added for improved air capacity, ideal for ornamental seeding, succulent and cactus, paper plugs, and all general potting. 75% substrate, 25% perlite with low fertilizer. So it's basically just dirt and perlite, which isn't my favorite in the world. I don't love perlite. I actually don't use it myself personally anymore unless it's already in the potting mix. But I prefer pumice because it doesn't like float to the top of the surface. It's actually just hard to find pumice in the local nurseries, so I have to like order it online. But yeah, so we're gonna use this soil because there doesn't actually seem like there's a lot in here, so it's probably gonna fill that whole pot and then save that one for another day. I'm gonna open it up just to get an idea of what it looks like. Honestly, I don't know. Got my pot. I should put something here, but I don't have coffee filters because I don't drink coffee and paper towels get gross, but some dirt's gonna fall through and that's fine. There's nothing we could do about it. Eager to see what it feels like. It's very light and fluffy, which is good for succulents. They don't need anything heavy because they don't need a lot of water. So it's looking just like your average potting soil with some perlite, but it is very, very fluffy. I apologize for my pajama pants. Let me sit down. Got half dressed today. The joys of working from home. So I am going to fill this up about 75% of the way. Don't want to push the soil down too much because you don't want to make it too compact. I feel like I got perlite in my nose. Don't inhale perlite dust, you guys. It's like toxic or something carcinogenic. I don't know. These I'm just going to kind of like leave them in their little things because I'm sure they're still in good soil. And I'm just going to place them on top here. How I want them to sit next to each other, all cute and whatnot. Cute. Okay, then I'm just gonna backfill. You just want to make sure that you're filling in around all the sides and everything. It's okay to make a little bit of a mess. We'll clean it up later. Okay, that's cute. So now I have them placed where I want them. I'm going to gently push down around. You don't want to push down too much. You want the soil to still be nice and airy, although honestly this is super fluffy. This is a really great potting medium to have for succulents and cacti for sure because they do not want to stay wet When you water them, you do not need to drench them at all unless they're like shriveled up. But regular watering, you do not need to drench your succulents. They're super easy. Like, this is nice and chunky, and you can tell when I'm squeezing it, it's still pretty firm, so it does not need water. I did water these not too long after I got them just to make sure, because I didn't know how long it had been since they'd been watered last. So I'm just going in and making sure that everything is even and that everything is pressed down where I want it to be. Oh my god, these are so cute, you guys. I like to give it a little pat just to kind of like even everything out in there. And look at it. Oh my god, you guys, it's so cute. Look at it, it's adorable. I love it. So this is super cute, and I'm not mad about it at all, but I am really, really curious to see, hi baby, to see what these decorative rocks look like. They're called Black Galaxy. So I'm thinking they're gonna be like kind of black and sparkly. Ooh. These are pretty. I'm gonna show you guys a close-up of what these look like so that you can see, because it's really hard to tell in here, but they are like black and like kind of sparkly and really pretty. So I don't think that they're gonna look very good on the top of here, to be honest with you. This pot kind of has like a more like soft vibe to it that I just don't think that the black dressing on top is going to be my favorite. But I'm thinking maybe the Pearl Vaughn will look pretty with this as a top dressing. So I'm going to do that really quickly. Oh, and if you want to actually propagate these leaves, honestly, you can very simply just stick them right back in the dirt like that, or you can lay them on top of the soil. Sometimes what I like to do is like maybe I'll take another container, fill it with soil, just kind of like gently lay it on top of the soil, keep it moist but not wet because you don't want to rot it, and eventually it'll grow roots and a baby. So a lot of the time what I like to do with these though, honestly, is just throw them right back into the top of the container here and kind of just hope for the best and hope that it will sprout something new for me. But you know, you're taking a chance. They don't always root. So what I did was I just kind of popped them in here. See? That is it for that. What I'm going to do next, and I don't necessarily want to because I'm terrified, but I know that I have to, is cut this babe and start her over. So I'm gonna pull you in just a little bit closer so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. I am nervous about this. I need to figure out where I'm gonna cut her from. Oh, there goes a leaf. So I want to start over with just like the top rosette, but I have to give myself enough stem, so I am just gonna like remove some of these leaves. So I'm deciding where I want to cut it, which is right about here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove some of these leaves from that area right there, just to give myself, very carefully, gently twist them off to get a nice clean break so that we can propagate them. It's also really satisfying to do. So now I have a little bit of a space here where I can cut it. I can take my scissors, that should be sterilized, but they're not, don't come at me, and just chop it right there. So now all I have left is the rosette. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to take some of these little bottom pieces off here. It's so satisfying, you guys. Honestly, buy a succulent just to pop off the leaves. So yeah, you definitely want to make sure you're getting a nice clean break. That way you can propagate these leaves. So I'm kind of just like gently twisting either direction until it pops off. Do one more. Just give it a little twist. A little twist. It's like wiggling out a baby tooth. I think that should be good. She's so cute. So now I have plenty of stem here to stick into the dirt. So it's a good idea to let these callus over before getting them wet. So normally I would give these some time before doing anything, but since we're filming, I am gonna do the whole thing and then just make sure that I remember to give it some water later and not to water it right away. Because you wanna give these cuts some time to scab over before you put them in too much moisture, because you can rot them out. So we're gonna set this aside for now, because you can actually do a whole lot with this if you're interested in growing like a ton more babies. But for now, I am going to focus on just this top rosette here. I want to put her directly in here, even though it doesn't have drainage, because it should be fine. I don't water it that often, to be completely honest. So, I mean, or I can just put it back into this original nursery container. Oh my god, it literally is its original nursery container. It says Echeveria Pearl von Nurnberg. Do you see it? I've had this one for like almost 2 years now, so she's definitely my favorite, and now I feel like I have to put her back into this same container. So I'm just gonna take her out. Holy crap, she's been in there for a long time. I got her at Home Depot, you guys. I usually murder all of my Home Depot succulents, so it's kind of crazy. So I'm going to use the rest of this soil that I have here, since there was more than enough in here. And I'm going to fill it all the way, because we are literally, yeah, this is really nice and fluffy. This is like the perfect mix for your succulents. Like, really, really light and fluffy. I am literally just going to stick it in the dirt. So it's gonna take me a minute to get her like really in there exactly how I want her. It's really just as simple as that, and making sure that you keep it a little bit moist but not wet. So I will give her a little bit of like a mist or like a sippy sip every week or so, or every couple of days. I will check on her until I get an idea of what she really needs. Just gonna fill in a little bit more here because she's just a little wobbly. You want to make sure that the leaves are not touching the soil if the soil is going to be wet, because leaves, succulent leaves touching wet soil usually will rot them out. So you just want to be conscious. Succulents hold their moisture in their leaves, so you don't need to go crazy keeping them moist, which is a stark contrast to a lot of my other houseplants. But that is why we love succulents and cacti so much, honestly, because they really are kind of like a no-brainer as long as you have a bright enough spot to put them in. So these actually live in my southeast window, right up in the window. So they're getting really bright light that honestly burns a lot of my succulents, but the Pearl Von, she does a really good job handling it, and I think that's why we've managed to keep her alive for so long. So I've got her in here looking all cute for right now, and then I'm gonna go in with some of this top dressing for her. Just blowing some of the dirt. Got fingerprints all over her. So the cool thing about this plant is that it has like this powderiness on it that you can wipe off. The plant isn't dirty. Don't wipe it off. That's actually how they protect themselves from sun exposure. So yeah, this looks good. It looks better with this one. It's kind of like a better contrast, because I feel like this succulent is so beautiful. It has these dainty like pinks and purples and blues to it, that adding that like black background like actually really makes it pop. I like it. It looks good. Okay. Super cute. It's a little bit hard to tell, but I'm going to turn the camera around in a little bit and show you guys a close-up of all of these things. I just wanted to go over really quickly like what you could do with this if you wanted. So if I cut this like here, I could just leave this and it'll still start to grow little babies out of all of these little points here where there used to be leaves. And I can just take all the rest of these leaves off and I can propagate those too. So what I'll probably do is just get like a little tray of some sort, or you can just use a pot. I just like to use a shallow tray, I find is easier, and kind of just lay all of these down in the soil. If you're interested in seeing a more in-depth video about how to propagate your succulents from leaf, I will more than happily film it for you. Just let me know that you want to see it, and I will show you how I turn these babies into more succulent babies. So I don't do it that much anymore because I don't really have the room for it, but this is my favorite succulent. I wonder why she wasn't absorbing any water. Look at this. Like cement. So I didn't get a chance to open this. I'm curious though to see if it's significantly different from the other one, and it is. This is basically just like peat moss. This is what it looks like, honestly. Thank you to the next gardener for thinking of me and for sending me these things. They are super duper cute and I appreciate it, and I can't wait to watch these Calico Hearts grow and my Pearl Vaughn thrive and look hella cute inside this little thing with these galaxy rocks. I'm gonna be putting these on a bunch of plants, you better believe. And they come in like tons more colors. I don't know if you could see, they have like a bunch here. This is the galaxy, and then they have a bunch of other little decorative things. Super cute. Their website is thenextgardener.com. And I will leave, like I said, all of that information for you down below. So if you like this video and you want to see more succulent content, definitely give me a thumbs up and let me know. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss anything from me. I've got so much content coming at you guys in the next couple weeks that I don't even know how I'm gonna have time to get it all up there. But I'm excited to share lots of planty adventures with you and different things that I'm doing. So stay tuned for that. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything, especially if I do a live stream or something, which I've been wanting to do for a while. I've been doing a bunch with my friend David over on his channel. I will leave the link for you if you want to go check that out. And yeah, I miss hanging out with you, plant fam. So I'm thinking it might be fun to do a live stream soon, maybe this weekend coming up, I'm not sure. But my point is, don't miss it. Hit the notifications. I appreciate you, and I hope that I see you guys in the next one with lots of cute little succulent babies. So, bye!